Penis update. Here we go. Everybody through what's been happening. I talked about this a couple episodes ago. 2021, you know, I don't know what the Asian year is. Goat, pig, bull. Is that one of them? Rooster, rat. I think I was born year of the rat.
Snake, monkey.
But for me, this is year of the doctor. So I've been making my doctor's appointments. I've been seeing doctors already. Been Zooming them. Been meeting them in person.
Zoom docs?
Yeah, Zoom docs. For some reason, when you make an appointment in person, it takes forever to get in and be seen. You make an appointment at, 12:30, and then the doctor walks in at, 1:07. Mm-hmm. But I did the Zoom appointment, and they were calling me beforehand. Like, hey, 8:20, you got to be here. Get in there. Log in. Here's the number.
I hate all the check-ins they call you, they send it to your email, they send it to the My Chart.
Okay, yes. You put it on My Chart, then you call, and they ask you questions on there. Mm-hmm. And then you walk in, and the nurse gets your information, and then you come in, and then the doctor asks you the same thing that you've already said 4 times. Mm-hmm. So
I already told annoying. You, lady.
I mean, there's parts of it I get, and then there's parts of it I don't get. Because, yeah. Like, I went to see the penis doctor, and my appointment was at...
What are those called?
PDs. Urologist.
Oh, yeah, urologist. There's no...
Myrologist.
Who's urologist? Because there's the gynecologist.
Yeah.
Is the opposite of a gynecologist a girl-necologist?
Oh, comedy podcast right here. Top of the charts. Leave 5 stars.
Ring that bell.
Yeah, I went to see the penis doctor, and my appointment was whatever it was. And I was in the room for 40 minutes, and the doctor is in the other room. It's like, why did I make my appointment for now and show up early and whatever?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm over at Will's. I took the day off today. We're in the studio. We're dropping some beats. I got my blood drawn today. I did a sleep test last night. So here's the actual thing for the sleep test. They make you watch a video. So you used to have to go and do sleep in a bed that's not your own and whatever. Which I think they will still do in certain circumstances, but now mostly what they do, you have a little pack that looks like Iron Man right here.
EKG pack?
No, it's not an EKG pack. Just listen. I haven't got there yet.
Sorry, I won't talk again until you tell me to.
I'm having Tammy flashbacks. Couples that finish each other's sentences, I was going to say that's actually not Tammy and I, but it is Tammy and I. It's just with the wrong thing. And so...
Finish each other's sandwiches.
And so you get this little Iron Man thing, and one of the cords is a little oxygen thing for your finger. Mm-hmm. And then the other one is, I forget the medical word for it, but it's the little blow nose. It's got the 2 prongs that...
Like an oxygen tube.
Yeah, exactly. So it goes...
Like a Hillsong Healer oxygen tube.
Yes, exactly. It goes up in your nose, but instead of sending you something, it's receiving, it's recording.
It's monitoring.
Yes, exactly. So it hooks into the machine. So you got to like Velcro it around your chest. You put it on. You do the you put the thing in your nose and you tape it down so it doesn't move. Like I had it taped to my face this morning, but it still fell off. And I only got 2 hours worth of data.
You were just flailing around in
I
your
guess. I tried it. I even went to the couch so I wouldn't flail, because I kind of I get a little pocket there on the couch and I don't move, but somehow
you put your back up against the back of the couch.
Yeah, I kind of go like 45 degrees and I can just kind of right there. But if you think you have sleep apnea, you should go do it. The test was really easy. I mean, it could be...
Did they measure your neck?
No. Is that one of them?
Well, I think that's what they do first.
I do have an airway thing. Like, if I could just keep my chin out or kind of up.
you kind of go.
Yeah, I could kind of blob into myself. And then, as you can hear...
Baba booey.
Oh, that's gross.
As clear as it gets.
Yeah.
Here's mine.
Oh, see, that's beautiful. Yeah. Mine is poor.
Mine's been super like open and dried out lately, actually.
Yeah.
Too open.
So you're the doctor. Tammy scheduled an appointment for Monday with the ENT. I just got too many things.
Is he also a firefighter or just an ENT?
Ha 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 ha. Comedy podcast, everybody. Leave 5 stars. Tell a friend. Share. Like. Subscribe.
Turn on notifications.
Yeah. But when I went to see the urologist, first of all, I was thinking about the podcast. Sorry.
You're thinking about bungee penises?
I was thinking how funny it would be if I, not with like a real microphone or anything, but just like a headphone microphone, went in when I was getting a vasectomy and just commentary the whole time and like mash it up, not my penis, the audio supercut, not my penis, the audio.
Put it on the OnlyFans.
And anyways, I don't know if they would say yes, but honestly, I don't know if I could get over the embarrassment of doing it. But that's what podcasting would be made for. So
content.
That's
showbiz, baby.
I gotta see if I can psych myself up between now and March 10th. So March 10th at 2:30. If you're thinking of me, just send me a scissors emoji, because that's where I'll be. And so, but the doctor's funny because he walks in and like, I'm fine with it. I know what a vasectomy is. I don't really care about, I'm not like, oh, my manhood is lost and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The doctor, he's probably, well, he said he's been doing it for 21 years, but he looks really young. Because I was going to say he looks 40s. About 40, but then he would have had to do med school or whatever. He's probably close to 50. Anyways, nice guy, kind of deep voice for how short he is. And I was in the room for 40 minutes listening to him in the next room. But he comes in and he's immediately like...
Handsy.
No, not handsy. But he's trying to like do the jokes, like guy jokes to like put me at ease. Jokes. I can't even like think of what they are, but I can just tell it's sort of like a script to him, because he's like, we guys, we like the, and he's like just trying to put me at ease, make me comfortable getting my sack split. But it's just like I didn't really care. I'm just like, hey, let's talk about it. Tell me how much it's gonna cost, and tell me when to come back. I get it.
Yeah.
But I did learn some things.
Such as?
If you are born with one testicle, you are probably also born with one kidney.
What? Oh.
Because I don't know, somehow the way
they're split from the same cell group or something.
It seems, it must be. because he said 2 times. Because
Well, most of your body is mirrored,
yeah,
except for like your digestive tract.
yeah, that's true.
Your digestive, actually, everything is formed around your digestive tract.
Oh yes,
Don't roll your eyes.
We're just a tube of
Mouths and buttholes. The butthole forms first.
Yes. Yeah, it's like it's one of the very first things that forms on your body.
Yeah, you are. Here's the science lesson.
I think we talked about this on one.
Yeah, probably some of the early episodes no one listened to. You're a little ball of cells,
and here's why. Go.
And then it opens up on one side.
Yes.
AKA butthole, and it like wraps around, comes around, and creates a donut shape, and that's your mouth. So it's mouth and butthole donut, and then it just keeps multiplying from there and expanding out. So that internal hole is the digestive tract. Crazy.
Thank you for pronouncing tract correctly with the extra T.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, thank you.
I also say button.
Button.
It's hard for me to say button.
Oh, I love it.
A guttural T
Button.
sound, I believe they call it.
So anyways, I knew I was going to have to get my balls touched. And
He had to touch them?
yeah.
What is he looking for?
2.
Oh.
So
He couldn't just ask?
No, because he told me 2 times in 21 years. That's
Yeah.
what he said. 2 times in 21 years, people came in with 1 testicle and didn't know it or something.
That's crazy.
And then that's how he said, he's like, I have to turn it into like, not turn it into, but I have to tell him it's like a medical thing, not just. And then he said, then he has to send them down for imaging to see if they have 2 kidneys or 1 kidney.
Oh, wow.
Anyways. And also I learned that sperm cells,
Mm-hmm.
they can live in the sac for like 75 days or something like that.
Whoa.
On their own.
Wait.
Homeless. I
What
don't
do you
know.
mean? Isn't that where they come from?
He's,
Or like loose, and if they get out loose in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or they're just kind of hanging out in the vas.
Vas.
Deference.
Vas deferens.
That's what transports them to your
Oh.
prostate. Because he said stuff like this, like the prostate's only job is ejaculate. Actually, it's got another job. It's got 2 jobs. Keep me in business.
Oh, jeez. Isn't it also stopping your pee midstream?
Your prostate?
Yeah.
It's not a muscle.
I thought it was.
I think it's
Now I gotta Google prostate.
no.
By the way, it's the year of the rat. It's almost over, and then it's going to be the year of the ox. I think that's next month, I believe.
Anyways.
So they can live for 75 days.
Oh, so then he does this. He goes, yeah, so you got to wait. So, anyways, and that's on the instructions in like bold. Like everything's in like 11-point font and then in like 14-point font. It's like, sperm cells can live for 75 days. Do not go without birth control.
Ah.
And blame it on me, basically. I don't want to hear from you again, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like, I warned you.
Okay, I was totally... Yeah, prostate is a gland.
Yeah, it's just a little sac.
Creates seminal fluid.
Number 1, seminal.
What?
Like the top, like seminal. That's a word. Google dictionary.com.
I thought it was like the football team, the college football team.
That's a third option. Yeah. And then he said things like this, like, so he's got to test for 2 testes. And so he's like, well, gravity's my best friend. Just stand up and pull your pants down. Like as in...
Who is this guy?
But he was like so nice. It wasn't.
Is he moonlighting at Tacoma Comedy Club?
He was like actually like really nice and really like, you could tell he's like really smart, just kind of straightforward. You could tell it was sort of like his script of like.
Yeah, he is always dealing with nervous guys all the time.
Yeah, I'm just like, get in, get out, whatever. But anyways, so yeah, got to see the doctors. Got to have my bowl. Got to have cereal. 10 years of Rebecca Black today.
Mm-hmm. Someone posted a fake gold record of hers, and she said, "Excuse me," and she posted her own gold record.
Oh, yeah. You teased something at the end of last episode.
Teased. There's a little thing in the world. You may have heard of it. You may have not. It's been around for a while. And it's a little group called Men Going Their Own Way.
You can go your own way.
MGTOW for short.
Is this a Reddit thing?
No, this is a live.
Is this a 4chan thing?
This is a live thing that happened to me.
It happened to you?
Yeah. Let me give you the definition first. Wikipedia definition is: men going their own way is an anti-feminist, misogynistic, mostly online community advocating for men to separate themselves from women and from a society which they believe has been destroyed by feminism. That is the Wikipedia definition. And
and that's something that's like, yeah, duh, everybody knows that.
And here is the Urban Dictionary definition: men going their own way, MGTOW, or wait, where'd it go? What? Scratch that.
This isn't going to be like the song, is it?
I clicked on the wrong one. Males getting triggered over women, MGTOW. A woman-hating cult that love to complain about women, marriage, and etc.
Are these like Chads? No.
These are ones that hate Chads.
Wait, they hate Chads. Wait, what's that called again?
Incels.
Oh, yeah, incels.
It can be, probably some of them are incels. But what I think it is it's some more ones that have been like burned by like maybe a divorce or something, been cheated on, something like that. So they already have like a hate. So here's how I had heard about it before, like years before.
Years?
Yeah, it's been around.
Oh gosh.
Where
have I been?
Well, living a normal life, not this whole thing. So
I need to get on there.
I started back to work 3 weeks ago. An update: I'm now off work, furloughed. So
yeah,
we tried.
It was funny because we recorded, and when we recorded, we were like, "Hey, good news, you're back to work." And now by the next time we recorded, it's not funny. I think I just said funny. It's not funny.
It's really hard. Just kidding. What was that from? I can't remember.
I love Sheep when he's like, your lambs. And he's like the FBI agent, and he's like Will Forte.
Oh, yeah, Will Forte.
Like, and I feed my lambs.
I need to watch that again because I can't remember.
What's her name from Transformers? And she's like, yeah.
The Perfect Date. That's what it's called, I think. That baby?
Oh man, we got baby sounds.
I never heard a baby. Outside, maybe?
Did somebody leave a baby on the doorstep? Does somebody think this is a firehouse in 1925?
Is this a church? The village church? Anyway, where was I?
You were...
The Perfect Date with Megan Fox. Give it a Google.
Oh, Megan Fox. It's really hard.
That must be really hard for you. So yeah, I furloughed. I got furloughed.
Yeah.
So anyway, as I got back to work, working with this guy who already was like a pretty negative guy when I've worked with him in the past. Usually he would go on rants about how Disney's ruining Star Wars. Or Twilight ruining vampires. Things like that.
The last Star Wars was so bad. It was worse than the other one that people said was bad.
Yeah, the first new one.
It was too big. Don't show up with like 1 million spaceships. It was ridiculous. Emperor kissing. It's just, we already did that, but
yeah. Star Wars episode. So I hadn't seen him in a long time, and I was like, oh, well, divorced now, actually. And he's like, what? Oh, you are so lucky. Yeah, he just like gets so excited. You're so lucky. He's like, I gotta get you on the blue or the red pill. And I'm like, what? And it was a Matrix reference. I found out later.
You didn't know that?
It was so like out of nowhere. Like was like, you're so lucky. Yeah. I got to get you on the red pill.
And you're like, oh, how much of this divorce am I going to have to tell this guy about?
Yeah. And so he's like, I got to get you on the MGTOW YouTube, MGTOW. MGTOW. And there's this guy.
Oh, wait, he's like really into it.
Oh, yeah. There's this guy on there. He watches.
Not like, haha, hey, you're MGTOW now.
Oh, no, he's in it. And he's married and been married for like 20 some years. And he's
Maybe
like,
I'm in it.
No, you're not. He like, so I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah. He's like, there's this, he sends me this link. It's like coach, whoever. It's this guy that's probably like 50 something. And he interviews people and tells stories of all these women like ruining guys' lives. And how women...
You need to send it into YMH. They probably already have it.
Oh, yeah. They probably have heard of it. It's been around. Like I said, it's been around. But it's all this stuff. And it's like about how just like women use men for like money and how, house and whatever. And they want you to pay for everything. But then like when they get tired of you, they just leave, stuff like that. And they only want the 4 6s, 6 figures, 6 feet tall, 6 inches, and I don't remember what the last one was.
Oh man.
Yeah, stuff like that.
That's hilarious.
And
I gotta look up 4 6s now.
Oh yeah, what was the last one? 6 figures, 6
because it can't be
tall.
3 6s, obviously. That's already taken.
Yeah, there was a 4th one.
4 6s. You keep talking. I got it.
Yeah. And so he's just like so adamant about this, and he's married, and he's like talking about how he wants his wife to get hit by the train, and he just like complain about his wife. Like he'd complain about what was it?
6 feet tall, 6-figure salary, 6-inch D, 6-pack abs.
Oh yeah, 6-pack abs. That's what it was.
That's so stupid.
And but he's like so adamant about this stuff, and like his wife makes him lunch. It packs his lunch every day, and then he like complains about how she packs it. And I'm like, she doesn't have to pack it. You could pack your own lunch. And just like he just like says all this horrible stuff about her, but then it's like, now I'm divorced, and so he wants to like tell me all this stuff, and he's like, never be in a long-term relationship, never cohabitate, like all this stuff. He's like, I'd never get married again. And it was like rough to be around, like constant,
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't believe you. I don't believe the same things,
Yeah.
And, even being divorced. And I think that's what I'm saying. It comes from this place where like he feels burned or whatever, at some point in his life. And that's like the scapegoat, it's like, instead of changing things, like he hasn't got a divorce,
Yeah, why would he
whatever.
stay married? Like he has kids or something like
Yeah,
that?
but his youngest kid just turned 18, and I think is going in the military after this year or something.
Better check in with him.
Check in with who?
This guy. Check in with him come June.
Yeah, well, yeah, and just like, why didn't he 10 years ago or whatever? Like, if it's that bad.
I mean, I'm not saying he should. I'm not
saying he should either, but like, don't just sit and complain. And he would watch those videos all day long, every day, when we were on breaks. Obviously, not when we were working, but you know what I mean? And he's just, and like we talked about before, you get in your own little world online, and that's like all you know. You just hear that one side of the story all day long. But it was just like some of the things he would say are just so crazy.
I guess at some point it just becomes like a fantasy or something. Because I would anything that's like super negative that people like return to over and over again. I just think what's the reason? I understand like mentally if you have problems like processing like, oh, I'm sort of like stuck in a hole, like negative or about something, or you're upset. But to like take in something, like to watch these videos, or like I was saying about this Fighter and the Kid Reddit, where people just like it's just like so negative, crazy all the time. And it's just like, I just don't know why you would like
so much energy
imbibe in that all the time. It seems like it would just I just think like, what are you getting out of it?
On my last day I did realize he was like a keyboard warrior. He like was leaving like long comments on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, he'd sit there and he'd be laughing, and then he'd just go, oh my god, this girl is a event planner, and she says the guy that would like make her, the guy that she'd want to be with that would like fit her lifestyle is if he made $500,000 a year. And he's just like laughing. He's just like freaking out about this girl that he's the coach whoever's interviewing or talking about. And it's just crazy. And I think it's kind of like the same. To me, it's like an excuse for why he's unhappy with other things in his life. Like why people get into like conspiracy theories, or like it's some sort of higher oppression that's like keeping you down. And that's your excuse. You don't have to change anything about you to get to a better place, because it's uncontrollable, this outside force that's keeping you down. And it's a rough place to be in. And just like so much energy, so much negative energy. It's like you must be just tired at the end of the day.
Yeah. But that's what I think. That's what I try to figure out. How does it get, like, how it gets to that point? But then I think it must actually charge them instead of drain them. I mean, ultimately, I think it drains them.
People that are like get energy from drama.
Yeah, it's like I was thinking about that like a week ago about something else. Maybe just people who create drama, like in the workplace or within friends or something. You kind of think like, oh yeah, don't they get tired of that? Don't they get tired of watching those videos? Like, don't they get tired of like all the anxiety about what does this person think and that person think and whatever? And it would just, to me, it just seemed like exhausting. But at some point, you have to go like, I guess it's not really. In a way, it's not really exhausting for them, because it sort of becomes part of what they live for in a way.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is weird.
I guess everybody like lives for something. Everybody has something that sort of makes them feel good.
Gets their engine going.
Anyway, so I'm excited to walk you through my genitalia journey over the next few weeks. I'll be giving you some updates, not next week because we're going to record that in about 5 minutes. Will has an update to make about his clothing accessory situation. His belt, I mean. See what I did there?
I had no idea what you were talking about.
Yeah, we're drinking energy drinks. We had... What did you make? Let's post a picture in the episode.
I was gonna bring it up because you said everything else we did today.
Sorry.
except my handcrafted.
It was good.
I made chilaquiles.
I had bought some chorizo,
Mm-hmm.
and I was coming over today, and
I said you told me one time that you bought chorizo, and then you realized this is probably too much for the fam.
Yeah, too much for the fam, but yeah. So
I said, bring it on.
I said, I just have chorizo, and you said, have you made anything? Do you have any ideas what you want to do with it? I said no, and whatever we had, it was
chilaquiles,
chorizo, eggs.
Yeah, it's like
sauce,
a baked red sauce with tortilla chips.
Will has like 17 hot sauces we had.
Yeah. Yeah, you bake it with the eggs on top. Tasty.
Anyways, all right. Share this podcast. Port Orchard's finest podcast, Bad Brothers.
Bad Brothers Pod.